Good morning, everyone. I'm making this video because somebody reached out to me and asked me why I bought that car. So I'll title the video something to do with a police Interceptor. So it's a Crown Vic. It's an '03 Ford Crown Vic police Interceptor P71. It's a little bit of a different P71 because it was an unmarked detective's car with the street appearance package. So I have like normal nice seats with an armrest instead of that weird police console. I'll give you three reasons why I bought it. The three reason is the mechanical nature of it. The fleet maintained, parts availability, and extremely easy to work on. Simple car, modular motor, not that hard to find parts for, and this car over its lifetime didn't rack up a ton of miles. So it's an '03. I bought it in January of 2020, right before the coronavirus hit us, and it had 103,000 miles on it. So realistically, a very low mile car in great shape. The paint's in really good shape. It's a 50 footer for sure, but in general, it's pretty good. So number two is the room that it has for just an everyday driver. So throwing the kids in the back, it's got a trunk you could put probably, 8 dead hookers in. And overall, it rides really nice. So comfortability, mobility, it's a really good car in general for a family or a road trip. It floats right down the road. There's no real negatives to it when it comes to like the inside of a car with a street appearance package with the upgraded seats. If you buy a normal police Interceptor, it's got the gray buckets and it usually has a console in it. It's a big metal utilitarian style console. They had a bunch of radios and light switches and stuff. Well, this car didn't have that. So this car wasn't chopped up too bad. A lot of times when you get the regular patrol cars, you get the chopped up wiring and the seats are all broken out of them. And so they're not very comfortable when you get them. This thing is really comfortable. This is a little bit of a rarity when it comes to used police cars in great condition. One thing I will say, going back to the number three reason, the fleet maintained, when I got the car, it needed an alignment, and I wasn't sure if the front end was blown out of it, because that's kind of common. You know, they'll auction off these cars and they won't fix anything. At some point, they had replaced the ball joints and the control arms and all that stuff, but they never aligned it. So when I got it, I thought there was possibly something mechanically wrong with the front end. It turns out it just needed an alignment. So realistically, I'm sorry to go back on my point, but they replaced it and then parked it and then auctioned it. So, but the number one reason why I bought it is because it's a license to steal. And if anybody that owns a cop car tells you that it's not, they're lying. There are two types of people in the world who buy Crown Vics: those who want to drive as fast as they want, and liars. A Crown Vic is absolutely a license to steal. I'll give you a prime example of that. In February, after I picked the car up and I was driving, and I went down to my in-laws, and once I got down there, I was down there for the weekend with my family, and my wife and I drove separately. She drove a Honda CR-V, and I drove that thing. So I go down this 2-lane country road. I'm driving as fast as I damn well please. My wife was doing about 78 miles an hour. I blew past a cop. He waved at me. I waved at him. He pulled my wife over and gave her a ticket and called her a super speeder according to the law. So it's a license to steal. I drive as fast as I want, everywhere I want to go. I do not worry about getting pulled over. I don't have a radar detector. There's no police equipment. There's no police lights in it. It's literally an ex-cop car that looks like an ex-cop car, and cops don't pull me over. The fact that these Crown Vics are still on the road and being used by police, even though the Explorer and the new Ford Taurus police Interceptor packages, those cars and the Chargers are all out, Last night, I was at a friend's house on a Friday night, and he lives out in the country and here in Alabama. And he got a phone call from one of his neighbors saying that there was a gentleman who was acting erratically and was throwing rocks at cars at 10 o'clock at night on a country road in the middle of nowhere. So we hopped in a truck and went down there, and it turns out this was a meth head, and for whatever reason he was methed out. Why do I tell you about that? Because the sheriff's deputy that showed up to arrest him and get rid of him showed up in a Crown Vic. So they're still on the road, so people have not gotten past the psychological factor of a Crown Vic that looks like a cop car but still might be a cop. So it's a license to steal. I don't go and pretend I'm a cop. I don't pull people over. I don't do anything like that. I drive it for all the reasons I listed, but it's also I can go as fast as I want, anywhere I want, and not worry about getting pulled over. A Crown Victoria is a license to steal. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry if I'm a little subdued out in the camera. The Crown Vic is the primary focus, not necessarily me. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more great videos on my channel. Of course, I'm still working on the 81 Chevy. The more videos are coming. I've had to make some changes to my vehicle fleet, keeping that, getting rid of a 1-ton truck, getting another 1-ton truck, working on my Chevy 1-ton, got rid of my car hauler. So there's a lot of changes coming. So stay tuned. So like, subscribe, share it on social media if you want. You don't have to. I don't have Patreon or any of those other things. I'm not gonna ask for money, or the only thing I ask for is a like and a subscribe. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.